Welcome inside the Sanford Coyotes Sports Center, talking USD women's basketball with head coach Dawn Plitzuweit. Dawn, final weekend of the regular season now behind you. It got underway Thursday here at home against North Dakota State. Kind of a sluggish start to that game for you. On the defensive end, is that a fair way to assess it?
Well, I thought we did a good job of understanding their personnel, and we did a good job of getting through some of their actions, but we didn't do a good enough job getting ball pressure. And so they hit some arc shots on us early in that game.
That defense, though, whatever you said at halftime, it worked because it really came alive in the third quarter. You held the Bison to 3 of 10 shooting. And then on top of that, you scored 13 points off 8 turnovers. So that was more what we were used to seeing.
It was, and I thought we did make an adjustment defensively at halftime and got out and we were a little bit more aggressive, and I thought that certainly helped us.
76-57 the final in that game, and then Saturday North Dakota comes to town, but before you even got started, it was a celebration of your one and only senior Elsen. And she is not the attention-seeking type, but boy, does she deserve the attention she got on Saturday.
She does. Elsen is exactly what you would want out of a senior leader. She's someone who works her tail off every day, someone who's incredibly coachable, someone who's a great teammate and wants her teammates to feel really important and goes out of her way to do so, and she does a great job of caring for them. Then on the same time, when it's time to really get after and play, she does that. She leads by example, and she's just someone who does anything in the world for your team and for your program. If it's scoring, she takes care of that. If it's rebounding, if it's getting assists, if it's moving the basketball, if it's encouraging her teammates. She's a great student. She's a great athlete. She's a great role model for young girls in this community. She just does everything for us. And so to be able to honor her before the game, I thought was really special. And to see how excited her teammates got before the game even started about making the day about her and finding a way to play really hard for her.
Transition defense, such a big part of the equation against North Dakota. Why is that?
Well, they really look to push it and push it very quickly in a lot of different scenarios. They'll push it after misses or turnovers. They push it after makes more than most teams do. They push it after free throws. They are a team that comes down, and as soon as they cross half court with a pass or with a dribble, they're in the attack mode and in attack mindset. And so your transition defense really has to be aware of the ability to get back, but then the ability to get back and get in a stance and get ready to guard.
Another thing that's important against North Dakota is trying to limit Lexi Clabo, and that's easier said than done. She finished with 13 points, but it took her 12 shots to get there. I think she had a combined 6 field goals in the 2 games against you.
But she's such a dynamic player because she can score in so many different ways. She can shoot it from the arc, she can drive it to the basket, she can post up and score it. She's such a good passer that if you give her, you need to do a good job of making her feel like she's being surrounded at all times. And when you do that, then she finds other players that are left open. And so she's just a really dynamic young lady, and to limit her opportunities is very challenging. But I thought our awareness and our competitiveness in guarding her one-on-one to the best of our ability, limiting her touches is the first key to it. And then when she had it, of being aware that we had to try to find a way to get it out of her hands.
With the win, you do close the regular season with a record of 26-4. You're 14-2 in the Summit League. How do you feel about what you have accomplished to this point? Now, I know you're looking ahead at what's still in front of you, but you got to take a moment and just appreciate what that was for a regular season, I think, don't you?
Well, you have three real segments of your season, and you have your non-conference season, your conference season, and now the postseason time. And the non-conference part was the most challenging non-conference schedule that our women's basketball program has ever played in our Division I history. And so to have that segment of our season prepare us for our conference was something that we really were excited about. The conference this year scores the ball more efficiently than ever before, so to hold teams down is very challenging. And yet I think defensively we've gotten better from where we've been in the past. So we look at that and we say we're trending in the right direction from a defensive standpoint. And I think certainly we're excited now moving forward into the postseason opportunities, and it starts with the Summit League on Saturday.
Do you like where your team's at mentally heading into the biggest event of the season?
I do. I think our young ladies are. It's interesting because you get so excited for this time of the year, and you prep for this time of the year from June all the way through, and now it's here. And so now, what will make it fun for us is that we have an opportunity to play close to home. We have an opportunity to hopefully have a lot of our fans there and hopefully paint that Premier Center red. That would be really wonderful for us.
Well, you are going to be the 2 seed in Sioux Falls, and that means you take on the 7, and that is North Dakota State, a team, again, that you just saw here in this building on Thursday night. Do you like playing a team so quickly again after you just saw them? Is that a good or a bad thing necessarily?
I don't know that coach is ever excited about what their matchup looks like. I think it is what it is, and at this point in time, we know our opponent because we've just played them 2 games ago. And so right now, but we also have things that we can learn from that game on how to clean some things up and how to be a little bit better, how to be a little bit more efficient. You're also at the time of the year when anything is thrown out there. So what you've seen in the first 2 games against your opponent could very well be different the third time around. And so to keep us fresh and to keep us ready is really, really important, and that's what this week is meant to be.
The ultimate goal is to win 3 games in the tournament, of course. So how important then is it to just come out and set the tone for that process with a good performance on Saturday?
Well, certainly it's important that you go in and you play hard and you play well and you play with confidence, and then you build upon that. But you've got to take care of that game first. So right now we focus on us for a day or 2 in our prep, and then we focus on North Dakota State, and then after that, our goal is to advance and then prepare for our next opponent at that point in time.
All right, well, congrats on a fabulous regular season. Good luck in the tournament. We certainly are looking forward to being a part of that, and we'll catch up soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jay.